family? Can I talk to the one who's been exhausted from explaining yourself, defending yourself, proving yourself, and trying to keep up with battles God never asked you to fight? You've been pouring into people, you've been pouring back, responding to noise that was meant to distract you, and giving energy to situations that were sent to drain you. But God whispered something that shifted my whole spirit. Focus on yourself and stay silent. Because sometimes God doesn't need you to react, He needs you to retreat. Sometimes He doesn't need you to clap back, He needs you to come back to yourself. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is be quiet and let heaven handle what your emotions want to fix. Silence is not weakness, it's strategy. Silence is not surrender, it's sanctuary. It's where God does His best work in you. It's His strongest warfare for you. You've been fighting battles with your words, but God is about to fight battles with His power. You've been trying to make people see your heart, but God is about to show them your fruit. You've been wasting your breath in places that were never assigned to your destiny. And this is the season where God is saying, daughter, come back home to your calling. Redirect your focus, guard your energy, protect your peace. Let me deal with what's distracting you. Focusing on yourself is not selfish. It's sacred. It's choosing growth over gossip, purpose over pettiness, healing over noise, and destiny over drama. And when God calls you into silence, it's because He's elevating you in ways your enemies don't understand and your circle doesn't need to know. Your next level won't require an announcement. Your transformation will speak for itself. This is the message no one told you before. Your silence is a weapon. Your focus is a shield. And your obedience is an invitation for God to move. Silence is God's strategy for your elevation. It doesn't feel like strategy when you're in it. It feels like isolation. It feels like loneliness. It feels like being misunderstood, overlooked, or pushed aside. But silence is where God hides you when He's building you. Silence is where He develops the parts of you that noise will destroy. Silence is where He deposits instructions you can't hear while trying to defend yourself. Silence is not God ignoring you, it's God insulating you. Because elevation requires separation, and separation often feels like silence. There are seasons when God takes away your desire to explain, defend, or prove anything, not because you're wrong, but because He's shifting your assignment.
What's up, y'all?
You're too busy trying to manage what people think of you, and God is saying, I need your heart back. I need your attention back.
As you come in, let me know where you watch it from. We're going to do a wig real quick. And I'm just pinning everything down so it'll stay.
God is asking you to use for the next level. God knows that if you keep reacting to noise, you'll miss the whisper.
Let me figure it out.
Silence exposes what your words have been covering.
Okay.
Sometimes you talk about fear.
Hey, Shatara! How you been, friend? I miss you, girl. I do. I really, really do. I know you ain't gonna believe me. I know you're not gonna believe me because I always do wrong. But your friend is trying to do right. Like I'm trying.
Where you've been performing instead of healing, reacting instead of responding, and defending instead of discerning.
How the kids been?
He's calling you into self-awareness, into spiritual.
I'm waiting on Kavon to tap in because I want to know what they got going on down there in Chicago. I want to know, was that Kavon nieces and nephews down there? Thank you, friend, because I do. I really, really do. I just be having so much going on. I don't be having so much going on.
You
My
also know the
motherfucking
true
daughter.
nature of the people around you who checks on you, who prays for you, who supports you when they can no longer
As
access
y'all come
you.
in, let me know where you watching from.
Reveals loyalty. Silence reveals motive. Silence reveals assignment. And God uses silence to reposition you so that when
And I'm finna show y'all how to make y'all own wig at home.
collapse under the weight
Now get your
of
cap. I like the mesh cap, but you could get the
elevation requires privacy.
Shatai, I tell you about that
A
little
seed
girl.
grows better underground than in the sky.
That little girl, I'm telling you. The little girl that went crazy. No doubt. The little girl that went crazy.
Some things cannot grow while
I'm
you're
gonna have to
defending
email
them.
you.
Some blessings cannot bloom while you're defending them. Some seasons cannot flourish while you're trying to be understood. God hides you so he can heal.
Now,
God quiets you so he can sharpen you. God steals
so
you so
y'all,
he can strengthen you. You're not being silenced.
you laughing. I gotta laugh to keep from crying, girl.
Silence
Cause
preserves
that
your
little
energy. You
girl,
waste too much strength
that little girl.
responding to things that don't matter. Reacting to people who don't matter.
You know we moved, so we switched schools. And ever since we switched schools, it's like she done went damn crazy.
Teaching you discipline, teaching you that your time, your mental space, your
I told her keep on, I'm gonna be teaching her.
spiritual oil are too valuable to be spilled in arguments you were.
We're gonna be having homeschool around here.
God saying, save your strength. You're gonna need it for where I'm taking you. Elevation requires energy. And God won't let you waste it on battles.
But look.
Silence humbles you, but it also honors you. It humbles you because it makes you sit still when everything wants to fight back. It humbles you because it forces you to trust.
Shatar, you got all girls. See, I'm new to this. Like, you know my boys are old, like.
Ready to be shaped, ready to be elevated. People
you know my boys old, like 22 and 27. And then I got Leah, the girl. And she like so different from them.
The ones who know how to be quiet before me. Silence is a form of
So I don't know if this like my first time being a girl mom. I don't really understand. I don't know what's going on. But I told her some of that shit I ain't even trying to understand. To be honest.
When you don't react, they don't know where your weakness is. When you stop feeding the fire, their flames die out.
So do we usually start like 12?
It's choosing peace over pettiness. It's choosing destiny over drama. It's choosing God's strategy over your emotions. Your silence is protection disguised as patience. And while you stay silent, God handles what your words never could. Silence activates divine intervention. As long as you're speaking, God will let you speak. As long as you're fighting, God will let you fight. But when you silence yourself,
she gonna tell me.
When you stop defending,
I don't never let her wear what she wanna wear, do her hair, how she wanna do her hair.
God rearranges.
I don't know, what do you mean?
Tells heaven, I'm done striving. You take over.
You 12.
Happens when God steps into the battle, your word stepped away from.
Thank you, FL Studio. I appreciate you. I like you already.
He's not telling you to isolate.
FL Studio.
Prioritize your healing.
This is for my life.
I
don't know where you come from, but I appreciate you. I like when I don't have to be. Yeah, already. You don't never let me get my hair the way I want to get my hair. You don't let me wear the stuff I want to wear. And I'm like, you ain't bullshit. What the hell you mean you ain't got no money? You ain't got no money.
There are things God will not.
Like yesterday, she gonna tell me, she wanna get the faux crisscross braids, and I'm just like, no. And she like, it's braids, and I'm like, Leah, yes, I get that, but she don't understand like. when I get her hair done, I be expecting it to last a month. So at least 3 weeks to a month. If I get them 4 braids, the outside of the braids gonna be messed up in a week. So that means you'll be right back over there taking that stuff down to get your hair done again. Cause you ain't gonna tie it up and keep it up. So I ain't spending my money like that. Should you still be able to go to school? Then she talking about they gonna be out for Thanksgiving. She don't need her hair done. So that means I get your hair done this weekend, and then next week you gotta go back because you still gotta go to school. Instead of getting something on last. Child, she be hot with me. She really be hot with me. It is sacred. It is God working behind the scenes. Oh, I'm supposed to be showing y'all. I'm just sewing down. She had 2 bundles of Empire, and I'm just sewing everything down at this point. Your elevation will speak. God is saying, stay silent because I'm preparing to speak. But how y'all been? Focusing on your how y'all been? Peace and multiplies your progress. It sounds what you been up to? It's too simple, but it is one of the hardest shifts a woman. Shata, I told her, I said, you ain't gonna be there for me. Explaining, pleasing. You is not gonna come through and give me no stroke. Cause girl, the way I be around her hiding that summer shit she had going on. God whispers, come home to you. You don't realize how much you poured into others until your spirit feels empty. And then you ought to see her room right now. You don't realize how much you've neglected your assignment. I usually go in there and clean it up, but I determined not to go in there and clean it up. And I'm going to show y'all how filthy it be. I'm going to post it. How filthy it be. And then you're going to tell me for Christmas. It is necessary for the woman you are becoming. Gonna tell me for Christmas. I don't want no toys. I just want designer everything. I said, girl, this girl really got a mental issue, I believe. But absent in your own healing. I ain't got no fucking designer everything. What the hell I look like working hard every day to give it to you? And you want to clean your damn room. And because you've been conditioned to carry weight that was never yours, you feel. I believe she be trying to play on my intelligence. That's what I believe. But hear me. Focusing on yourself is not abandonment of like I ain't smart enough for something. It is choosing purpose over pressure. It is choosing wholeness over heaviness. Oh. It is choosing progress over people pleasing. Shatai, you been hearing about that stuff up there in Chicago, Kavani? I'm trying to see if that one of his little cousins, little nieces and nephews up there acting a fool on that lady up there. Assigned to your name because you cannot heal with constant interruption. You cannot grow with constant distraction. You cannot hear God while carrying everyone else's chaos. There is a version of you God is trying to develop that requires your full focus, your full attention, your full heart. And as long as your energy is scattered, your progress will be stalled. Shut up, you didn't hear about that? It's everywhere. About the lady was walking her kids to school or from school in Chicago. And the kids jumped the lady, about 15, 20 kids, beat the lady up, put the lady in the hospital. Well, she was already sick because she had sickle cell. So she had already been sick. But I don't know if she went to the hospital and got checked out after they jumped on her and they killed her or what. But yeah, the lady been laid up in the hospital because the kids jumped on the lady. Where are we going? To the airport. Let's take with your aunt. Yeah, No, that ain't the crazy part. Beat the light up, beat the kids up, slung and drug the lady kids, girl. And she slung and drug her too. Then, girl, guess how her kids was? Hold up. This ain't right. Guess how old the lady kids was? That they doing all this too.
No, you sacrifice peace. Every time you give more than God required, you sacrifice peace. Every time you respond to drama that should have been ignored, you sacrifice peace. And peace is too expensive to trade for.
Girl, the kids was 8 and 5.
Peace is too divine to trade for the opinions of people who don't contribute to your destiny. Protecting your peace is not an option, it's an assignment. It's your responsibility to God, to your purpose, to your future, and to the woman you are becoming. Focusing on yourself multiplies your progress because divided focus produces delayed
Girl, 8 and 5. I was trying to tell you. 8 and 5. Why is these people, why is 15, 20 kids jumping on kids that are 8 and 5?
You can't move forward while being
and the mom.
When God says focus, He's cutting off everything that slows you down. He is breaking the soul ties that keep you spiritually stuck. He is removing the voices that keep you confused. He is isolating you so He can accelerate.
And the mama.
What He's preparing you for requires.
Y'all don't hear me.
Not martyrdom. Focusing on yourself is an act of spiritual clarity. It helps you see what's not working. It helps you recognize what doesn't align. It helps you.
Can y'all believe it?
What needs to be healed, what needs to be released, what needs to be
Imagine y'all walking.
You can't see
y'all kids to school.
Managing someone else's survival. You can't see your own needs if you're constantly
15, 20 kids.
Someone else's demands. When you focus on yourself, you become aware.
Harassing your kids as they walking. So you trying to protect your kids. And the people start hitting on you. Just start hitting on you, kicking on you, dragging you, pull your wig off. Pull the lady wig off.
You can't fix what you won't face.
And the lady was pregnant. The lady was pregnant. The lady had 2 kids, 8 and 5, and the lady had sickle cell. The lady usually be so weak that she don't even walk the kids to school. But since she was feeling better today, that day she told the daddy that she would take the kids. Walk the kids. And when she walked the kids to school or walked the kids from school, I don't know what it is, but it's all over YouTube.
When you focus on yourself, you begin
15, 20 kids jumped on the lady and her kids. And they ate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 years old and 5.
Your atmosphere, it purifies your circle. It breaks attachments that were corrupting your peace. It removes voices that were shaking.
And I think these kids was like in middle school or they was like up there with it. Cause one of them said they on the cheerleader team or some stuff. So you know you gotta be in middle school to be in. Well, I don't know about Chicago. Well, shit, the girl that they showed, she didn't look like she went to elementary. She didn't look the size of the little kids that they jumped on.
God has been showing you glimpses of your calling, but you've been too entangled to pursue it. You've been too busy fixing, responding, and maintaining
Hi.
what defeated you. But the moment you
How are you? Let me know where you're watching from.
Ideas come. Strength rises.
Is anybody watching from Chicago?
Purpose becomes louder.
Shatar, that's what I said. I said, man, if them kids would have jumped on the wrong person kids
A focused woman is unstoppable.
or the wrong mama,
Spiritually,
them people would have been dead. Them people would have been dead right there. Cause what the fuck do you mean? It's about 15 of y'all. And then, hold up.
She doesn't fear change.
Cause why your people ain't taught you to respect grown-ups?
God is calling you into a season of internal work.
I was finna say elders, but she was a young girl. So even though she was young, she was grown. One of the first things you learn as a toddler, as a kid, is that respect grown-ups.
You can't grow while journeying. You can't evolve while entangled. Focusing on yourself.
Like, who raising these kids?
Parts of you that survival created, and rebuild the parts of you destiny required. Focusing on yourself protects your peace because it aligns you with God's priorities instead of people.
Now I can see you messing with the kids and harassing the kids, kind of, a little bit. It's a possibility. But I don't see it as an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old.
It's a boundary.
But I think it was the little boy, the oldest boy. Yeah, like this shit crazy. I think it was because of the son. I want to say they said he was 8. So I can see the kids trying to bully them. But the way they had dragged that lady down and she was pregnant and started kicking on her and snatched her wig and pulling her by her coat down the side. Girl, them kids then grabbed the little boy and dragged him, kicking him.
Distancing from people, you're differentiating from distractions. The woman you were was not built for the next level. The woman you are becoming is. Focusing on yourself is the greatest prophetic act of faith you can make right now. It says, God, I believe in the future you're preparing. I believe in the version of me.
It was so sad. It really. They end up moving the lady out the projects where she stayed at. Got her in a house. They said they bought her car. Then there was a rapper boy was saying that he was gonna take them Christmas shopping. He gonna fly them out and take them Christmas shopping because it's so popular around the world. Like everybody talking about it. So he said he gonna take them Christmas shopping and stuff.
Correct, protect, improve yourself in every situation. You spent so much of your life making sure people understood your intentions.
She got blessed in the process.
Valued your presence and didn't misinterpret your motives. But elevation requires.
It don't make it right, but at least she got something out of it.
Every battle is worth your breath.
I'm glad she spoke up.
Conflict is worthy of your energy. Not every accusation deserves an answer. Some battles are beneath your calling. And the more God grows you, the more you begin to realize that your voice is valuable and your silence is powerful. There are battles designed to distract you, not develop you. Battles that were never yours but became yours.
And girl, the sad part, it looked like it was the projects. But can you believe it wasn't nobody outside but the kids and the lady? Like, I don't know what projects them is, but what the projects I come from, the first sign of a little wreckage, we at the window outside at the door. We trying to figure out what the hell going on outside. Nobody came to say that. Where the people in the project? Where is the people in the project? Because I need for y'all to be outside.
You jump into every conflict. You interrupt what God was handling on your behalf. You step into storms.
I need for you to be outside when it's time to be outside. Cause where y'all was?
Drain yourself fighting enemies who were sent only to slow your momentum. Withdrawal is not cowardice, it is clarity. It is recognizing that your purpose is too big to be wasted on people who thrive on conflict and chaos. There are battles you lose simply by engaging. There are people who crave reaction, not reconciliation. People who thrive on your emotional response. People who want access to your energy, but not access to your heart. When you respond to them, you feed them. When you explain yourself to them,
y'all let me know where y'all watching from.
You elevate them. But when you withdraw, you starve their influence. Some people don't deserve the privilege of hearing your voice or seeing your reaction. Silence exposes their intentions faster than arguments ever will.
Girl, shit was so sad, and they laid up in that hospital. Look like she about 6 months pregnant, girl.
Of your calling. You understand that responding to everything is a sign of insecurity, not strength. Secure people don't react to noise, they protect their focus. Mature people don't respond to chaos, they guard their
and look like they was like, I'm gonna kick this motherfucking baby up out you. That's what them kids were saying too. I ain't gonna hear that. Nah, I ain't hear them say that because I ain't hear the video. But the way they was kicking and dragging that lady, and you could tell her stomach was big, so you knew she was pregnant. It ain't like she was like a couple of weeks. Like you couldn't really tell if she was pregnant. This woman had a stomach, a round stomach, like she pregnant.
They will deny it. Withdrawal protects you from emotional exhaustion.
And they tackled the lady
who is committed to
and did all that. Y'all let me know where y'all watching from as you come in. Now, I'm just showing.
When God tells you to withdraw, He's freeing you from arguments that were never meant to be won, but meant to be avoided. Some battles require withdrawal because responding keeps you tied to what God is trying to deliver you from. There are relationships that
I'm just
that you
so
keep resurrecting through conversation. There are wounds God healed that you keep reopening for closure. There are cycles God broke that you keep reconnecting by engaging.
I keep moving the thing because I can't.
That you keep extending through explanations and emotional debates. Sometimes silence is the final step of deliverance.
You think so?
Is how you detach from what was and embrace what is becoming. Your future cannot flourish while your attention is still tangled.
When I sit down and get started, I gotta get done. It be the getting started part.
The higher God takes you, the quieter you must become. Elevation places you in rooms where reaction is dangerous and silence is discipline. Elevation requires emotional maturity. It requires you to think before you respond, pray before you speak, and discern before you engage. It requires you to choose your battles based on purpose, not emotion. Battling with people on the ground when God is calling you to higher ground will sabotage your momentum. Withdrawal is not a sign of defeat. It is the evidence that you have outgrown the fight. Some battles require withdrawal because your spirit is tired. You cannot continue to fight every rumor, every opinion, every misunderstanding, every accusation. It's too heavy, it's too draining, it's too costly. Your spirit is not built to carry constant controversy. Your peace is not built to be interrupted every day. Your heart is not built to be under continuous attack. God is calling you to rest, to breathe, to recover.
When you would have got started, when you get started, you're going to be like,
to heal from the emotional overload of trying to keep up with conflicts that don't.
That's all you need to get started part.
Withdrawal is a discipline that teaches you how to
I go in there and sit down.
External validation. It teaches you how to trust God instead of fighting for yourself. It teaches you how to rely on discernment instead of reaction. It teaches you how to guard your spirit without losing your compassion. It teaches you how to stay in alignment even when people try to pull you out of character. Withdrawal is spiritual maturity. It is emotional intelligence.
What you been up to, Shatar? How life been treating?
Nobody likes a cracked lunch. What was that? No, but you can go to SafeLife.com and get it fixed now and pay later. Awesome. SafeLife can come to you for free. Don't wait. Get it fixed now and pay later at SafeLife.com.
SafeLife repair, SafeLife replace.
Raise a Rocher to making it home for the holidays. Celebrate the holidays. Raise a Rocher.
This holiday, give the ungiftable.
Unbox a new one. Dedication to a dream. Effortless flow. Creative flow. Self-love.
Resilience. The gift is just the beginning.
Good to stay classes. Take charge. Start your comeback today at googleglobal.edu.
Need a toolkit? There's 3 great options from Harbor Freight. The Pittsburgh 130-piece kit is compact, portable, and packed with essentials, perfect for home repairs and DIYers. The 225-piece Mechanics Toolkit provides more specialty tools for even greater versatility. And finally, the 301-piece Mechanics Toolkit includes the most used automotive and mechanics tools. No matter what you're working on, find the toolkit you need at Harbor Freight.
There are battles where speaking makes things worse, where your voice becomes fuel for the fire, where your words become weapons in the hands of people who never wanted peace in the first place. Withdrawal disrupts their plan. Withdrawal disrupts their strategy. Withdrawal disrupts their ability to manipulate your emotions. When you withdraw, you reclaim control. You reclaim your peace. You reclaim your boundaries.
What?
You reclaim your identity. You
What,
reclaim
Shatar,
your
they went
power.
up?
Stop being accessible to nonsense and become available for growth.
Or you move?
Withdrawal invites God into the battle. When you step back, God steps forward. When you go quiet, heaven goes active. When you refuse to engage, angels engage on your behalf. When your voice goes silent, his voice speaks louder. Withdrawal is a statement of trust, a declaration that the God who sees the heart will handle the conflict better than your words ever could. Battles you leave in God's hands will end in God's favor. Withdrawal shifts your focus from reaction to reflection. When you stop fighting unnecessary battles, you have space to heal, space to grow, space to hear, space to breathe, space to become. You begin noticing what triggers you, what drains you, what awakens you, what elevates you. You begin to see where your energy has been leaking and where your heart has been neglected. Withdrawal allows you to redirect your strength toward purpose, not pettiness, toward alignment, not argument, toward calling, not chaos. And yes, withdrawal is painful at first because your flesh wants to defend itself, your pride wants to speak, your emotions want to react, your heart wants to be understood. But withdrawal is the training ground where God prepares you for larger spaces. It teaches you how to remain grounded when accusations rise, how to remain peaceful when tension rises, how to remain focused when distractions rise, how to remain wise when emotions rise. This discipline becomes the armor that covers you when God elevates you into positions where silence is strategy and withdrawal is protection. Not every battle deserves your voice. Some battles require your silence. Some battles require your withdrawal. Some battles require stillness. Your destiny is too important to waste on wars that don't belong to you. Your voice is too valuable to be spent on arguments that don't matter. Your future is too sacred to be jeopardized by distractions that want to detour you. Withdrawal is not running away. Withdrawal is rising above. Withdrawal is not retreat, it is refinement. Withdrawal is not weakness, it is wisdom. And the woman who learns how to withdraw from the wrong battles becomes unstoppable in the right ones. Your silence will speak. Your peace will speak. Your elevation will speak. Your fruit will speak. The battles you walk away from today are the proof of the battles God is preparing you to win tomorrow. Your transformation will speak louder than your explanations. You've spent so much of your life trying to convince people of your heart, your intentions, your growth, your change, your healing. You've tried to show them you're not who you used to be, not who they said you were, not who your past mistakes painted you to be. You've tried to explain your progress to people who never wanted to understand you in the first place. But God is bringing you into a season where you won't have to explain anything. Your transformation will testify for you. Your elevation will speak for you. Your peace will preach louder than your words. Your growth will silence every doubt spoken against your name. Transformation begins quietly. It begins in the dark, in private moments, in silent battles nobody sees. It begins in the places where you cry out to God when no one is watching. It begins in the choices you make when nobody is there to applaud you. It begins in the discipline you practice when nobody is cheering you on. Transformation doesn't start on the stage, it starts in the secret place. But the changes that happen privately eventually become undeniable publicly. And the people who thought they knew you will have no choice but to acknowledge the evidence of who you've become. Your transformation speaks louder because it carries weight. People may argue with your words, but they cannot argue with your fruit. They may question your motives, but they cannot deny your growth. They may doubt your journey, but they cannot ignore your elevation. You don't have to defend yourself when God Himself is shaping your story. You don't have to prove yourself when your life is becoming proof. What God does in you will be so visible that explanations become unnecessary. Transformation has a voice, and it speaks louder than apology, louder than debate, louder than clarification. Transformation speaks through changed behavior. The way you respond differently, the way you no longer allow what once triggered you to control you, the way you choose peace over chaos, the way you walk away from what used to entertain you, the way you hold your tongue, the way you protect your boundaries, the way you refuse to chase what drains you, the way you stop being accessible to situations that dishonor your worth. When your reactions change, people notice. When your patterns shift, people notice. When your energy becomes more guarded, more
My bad.
they notice. You don't have to say a word because your transformation is already speaking.
Everything went up.
Speaks through your healing. When you stop bleeding from old wounds, when you stop blaming your past for your present, when you forget what hurt you without
I ain't talked to
reopening
Vincent
the
in
door.
a minute.
When you release bitterness
I
and
ain't been on
choose
here
joy.
though.
When you stop repeating
Why does
cycles
my
and start breaking
earbud
them.
keep going off all
Healing
the
has a
time?
sound, and it echoes louder.
Kavon probably at work.
People who
I'm
want
probably
to
too
know your
early.
pain will now see your wholeness. People who recognize your pain will now witness your power.
He probably at work.
Healing makes noise in the spirit, and it announces
I
that
ain't
you are no
talking.
longer who hurt you. You are who
I
God
ain't talking
healed you to
nobody.
become. Transformation speaks through your confidence, not the loud, boastful confidence.
I like it. I really do love it. Girl, I got shit everywhere. I just moved. I done had this stuff since August, and
Confidence that no longer bows to
I.
insecurity, fear, or
Oh,
comparison.
that's the
The
wrong
confidence
damn
that
thing.
stands tall even when
And
doubted. The confidence that carries authority because it is rooted in identity. When you walk differently, talk differently, believe differently, and dream differently, you're speaking before
I've been stacking stuff up over there.
transformation speaks through your elevation. When God promotes you,
I'm trying to get it done Sunday.
positions you in high places.
Well, I ain't got no choice but to get it done Sunday.
You don't have to
I'm break everything open, see what I got.
prove you belong.
I know I got.
Comes the proof. The doors that
I know I got.
the opportunities that come become your evidence. The blessings that
It's just I hadn't figured out what I want to do with this big wall. Cause I'ma move the TV up there. I'm gonna move the TV up there. I'm gonna put a little curtain over this little air conditioner. I don't even know why they got it there because I don't. Well, I hadn't been here a full summer, but when I was here for the summer, the central air was cooling it off in here. I guess it don't do good, but I guess I find out this summer. Do I really need it there? Because if I don't really need it there, I'm gonna close it off. But I'm gonna put
just
I'm gonna put a
spiritual, it's
curtain rod or
practical.
something
And
there.
people will see the
I'm gonna
difference
put my
when your discipline starts
shelves
to
over
produce
here
the
in
result.
this
Your
corner
transformation
over
will
my
preach
desk.
sermons your mouth
And
won't
then
speak.
I got that sectional that I was telling y'all about
When they expected
that I
you to
had been
walk, you
wanting.
didn't. When they expected you to crumble and you still
The
did.
cloud section.
When
I
they
got
expected
that,
you
so
to
all I
fight,
gotta
you
do is
walked
put it
away.
out the box and let it blow
When they
up.
expected you
Then
to
I got a
explain
coffee
yourself and you
table
chose
over
peace
there, and I
instead.
got a lamp over there, and I got a
Silence is not
rug
emptiness.
over there. I got some pillows
It
over
is
there.
emotional mastery.
I had a lot of
It is
this stuff
spiritual
over
maturity.
there. I just gotta put it together. And girl, your friend is not a decorator.
Insecurity
Your
or
friend
pressure. Because it reveals
is not a
that you are
decorator. That's
led
all I can say.
by God.
So I really just been sitting over there.
Transformation speaks.
Well,
to
actually,
your
it been here
alignment,
since
your
August, so
circumstances,
it was
when
in the
your
living
standards
room.
rise, when
And
your
so I was
desires
like, man, I gotta get my living
when your
room
values
together before
strengthen, when the things that once
Thanksgiving.
satisfied you no
Because
longer
I said I was
feed your
staying at home
spirit,
for
when you stop
Thanksgiving.
giving energy to
And
anything that doesn't honor who you're
I
becoming.
moved all the stuff up out of there.
People may not understand it.
And here, the stuff that go in here, and then the rest of the stuff, because I still had boxes in there and everything. I took the other stuff to the storage room.
Loudly because it reshapes
So,
your entire
I don't know. Now I gotta go back out there and get the Christmas tree. And Shatai, did you put a Christmas tree up?
When you surrender what he told you to let go, when you step into what he told you to pursue, when you trust his process more than your comfort. Obedience produces outcomes you could never explain anyway.
Nothing. I'm gonna be at home. I gotta work up until all Wednesday.
Undeniable that explanations
So,
won't even match the reality.
my brother called and he want me to like order dinner. So but I had already started anyway. I was gonna call him and tell him, but he just beat me to it.
People who used to see
So
you
am I?
anxious, reactive, flustered, or overwhelmed will now see you still, stable, secure.
You gonna put one up after Thanksgiving?
Peace is noticeable in a generation addicted to noise. Peace is recognizable to people who once saw you fight every battle. Your peace will preach louder.
I'm telling you, your friend is horrible with decorating.
Gives you the kind of peace that
I told Leah I'm gonna try to do a good tree this year. But child,
transformation,
the
fruit of your labor, the fruit of your
I
consistency,
did decorating clays.
People may not believe your words, but they cannot deny your fruit. Fruit is visible. Fruit is tangible. Fruit is evidence. Your transformation will not need a microphone. It will reveal itself in every area of your life. Transformation speaks.
I know it's not the same anymore. Nothing is the same no more. I used to couldn't wait to Christmas. When I say I used to couldn't wait to Christmas, even when I got grown. Like, I know we're gonna go to my grandma's house. I know everybody gonna be there. Now,
that shift is loud. That shift announces your growth.
She don't even be there on Christmas.
Your resilience. When life hits you and you get back up faster, when setbacks don't shake you the same way, when heartbreak doesn't break you the same way, when losses don't make you lose yourself, when disappointment doesn't destroy your hope, your resilience will speak volumes because it shows that your strength is no longer human, it's divine. Transformation speaks through the way you love.
I can't even remember what the tree looked at, what tree I got. I know it was green, but Leah won one of them trees with like the white on there. Girl, she is good. Let's see if I find. Girl, I walked in there and she was in there on the She was in there on the exercise bike, girl, getting it. I'm like, grandma. Now, my grandma 84. My grandma finna be, matter of fact, my grandma finna be 85 in January. And when I say that lady be, let's see, can I find that lady be showing out. I asked, I said, Grandma, what do you got any wisdom for me? Because I love old people anyway. I can see a bum on the street, and they all, I still like listen to them, because I just feel like
You won't speak to prove
they have
anything.
so much
You
wisdom,
won't speak to be
whether they
understood.
use it or
You
not.
won't speak to change anyone's mind. You won't speak to clear your name. You will simply live. And your life dripping with God's grace and evidence of His hand
But
will
why
speak
would I
for
erase
itself.
it? I erased it by mistake. But anyway, that lady doing good.
We're here for our convertible.
She gonna tell me, they be playing like she old and getting senile, but that, there she go. That lady don't forget nothing. She told me, I said, don't you owe me $100? Don't you owe me some money? That's what she said.
We're here for it.
The damn video won't even play. But that's my granny. But she was going to bed that night. But that lady can get cute. Don't get this stuff twisted. She can get real cute for me.
Pressed her way through a crowd and touched the hem of his garment, and immediately the flow of blood stopped. I want you to know that she didn't just touch Jesus, but she also touched God.
Ooh, what time is y'all? You know I gotta go get Leah. She is here. She blessed. She is so blessed to me. She don't get sick. I ain't been sick. Like, she is so blessed to me. I don't know what she be doing. Girl, you ought to see when she get her hair done. Get her hair cut. She get her hair cut, girl. And do them eyebrows, girl. And put her jewelry and stuff on.
Compared to where I'm supposed to be. That the level of brokenness, the level of trauma, the level of
She can show out for us. No lie.
so off base from who I am supposed to be in God that I have no choice just to be angry. Or when you start to see the fractures in your community, when you begin to see the impact of generational curses, the toxicity that exists within our families, it was fine when everything was normal. But the moment I started pursuing health, the moment that I wanted to actually be made in the image of God, my heart is breaking for the friendships that no longer make sense anymore. My heart is breaking for the way that I can't fit in with my family anymore. My heart is breaking. The closer I get to God, the happier I become, because I didn't realize that saying yes to Him and saying no to them, and I'm trying to carry them with me, but I gotta grieve and move forward is heavy. The closer I get to God, the more I see this world the way God sees it, and now my heart is breaking at every headline. I'm discouraged when I see war. I'm discouraged when I see violence. I'm discouraged when I see overdoses. God, your heart must be breaking the closer I get to God. The happier I become. If you're not happy,
What you gonna do? I might can do.
like God sees it. You ought to be
What you gonna do?
happy. You see somebody on the corner holding a sign. God, I know
What the fans gonna do?
people want to know what side are you on? Are you on this side or that side? I'm sad that we're even having to choose sides. I'm happy that this is our reality. That we got to choose between pro-life in the womb or pro-life in the streets. I'm happy that this is our reality. I don't think that this is what God wanted. I'm happy looking at this world. Because I can't imagine that these are the choices that God wanted us to make when He created us in the garden. I don't choose a side, I choose happiness. Because my heart is breaking that no matter who I choose, somebody's going to be wounded in the process. And I think too much like God to just say, oh, well, I care about what's happening in this world. Sometimes God gives us a vision of who we've been and who we're supposed to be, of how off track we are and how watching online and no one would know just how heavy you are. Can I tell you, we had one involved, and when we got home and they felt really great from the experience they had, but then they felt really heavy because they realized how much work they had to do, because the closer we get to God, the heavier the burden for breakthrough is on our lives. When we find the disciples in this text, we're dealing with heaviness. It started off smooth sailing, but now things are getting heavy. Whew. Child. I don't know if you ever had things start off good and then just get heavy. I understand why Philip says, if you would just show us the Father, that'll be sufficient for me. I feel like that is the New King James Version of, may I speak to the manager? Sir. Jesus, Holy Spirit, whichever one of you are available. I need to speak to the manager. Because ain't no way we could go from doing miracles and drawing multitudes to you telling me that we're not going to be able to stick together anymore and you leaving? We're making fights with systems and you leaving. The disciples are in a predicament because they have graduated, but they didn't realize that graduation is heavy. That the cost of promotion is more weight. That as Jesus gets out of the way, he's got to shift the weight onto them. Now it's your responsibility to continue the work that I was doing. Weight is a sign of trust. When God says, I can trust you with weight, God says it's because I can trust who you have become in the development process. I can shift some weight.
I'm coming, y'all.
We know
My
this
bad.
as parents that we give you little by little, we give you more and more responsibility, more and more freedom, because you can handle the weight. And if no one tells you that more weight is a sign of
Shatar, you gotta work tonight.
you will think that there is something wrong with you when things get heavier at a time when you're supposed to be feeling success. And Jesus says to them in verse 9, he says to them, have I been with you so long, and yet you have not known me, Philip? He who has seen me has seen the Father. So
That's good, because I think I'm gonna come back tonight.
John is not a synoptic gospel.
What time is it where you at now?
Different angles of many of the same stories. But John has this unique perspective on who Jesus is.